Turner and Hooch, maybe? I don't know. Thinking of all the partner films. Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid didn't end well, so I'm not going to pick that.
I love that! Don't take that cut out! Oh my God. All right, ready?
Hello, my name is Dean Carucci, and I'm the Chief Executive Officer of Portsmouth Regional Hospital. I'm here today to introduce the Collaborators of the Year for the Chamber of Commerce. At Portsmouth Regional Hospital, we pride ourselves on collaboration, both inside the organization and out.
The pandemic forced us to look at what we as a community value. In the beginning, Deb and Evan were facing the most serious of questions. Deb had record numbers of families and individuals coming to gather looking for help. Evan could not operate his business under the model that he had always used, and now it was time for him to reinvent himself. He had to keep his employees safe and employed. Evan got the PPP money, and his admiration for Deb turned into inspiration for a new business model for him. What was really beautiful in that evolution is that Evan found himself feeding a different community of people that otherwise might not have been able to afford to go to his restaurant, and that was profoundly moving to him. At a time when the world was contracting, their collaboration created expansions for both organizations. I'm a super fan of Deb. She came here about 7 years ago to run Gather, and she's only grown the organization. She's been a force for good, feeding more families and individuals than ever there, and creating mobile markets, bringing the food to the people, and that's made a big difference. I am a fangirl of Evan's too. He's a chef of the highest quality. Have you tried his snails and mushrooms? What that man does with snails and mushrooms is amazing, but he's also a leader in our community. He's a fan of sustainability, buying local. He works with the farms, he knows everybody, and he creates connections. The collaboration between Deb and Evan didn't just feed people during a difficult time, it fed souls.
My name is Deb Anthony, and I work at Gather. The pandemic gave us an opportunity to think differently. And what happened was that it really got us involved with Evan, with the restaurant community. We had our Cooking for Community. That was slowing down because of the pandemic. So we had to reach out. And when Evan came and said, I have money and I'm going to pay my staff, it just snowballed.
My name is Evan Mallett. I am the chef and owner of Black Trumpet in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I feel like we've created kind of our own beautiful soundtrack with our partnership and collaboration that it's at times seemed like it achieved filmic proportions. That was because of the army of supporters and volunteers and like-minded creative thinkers. I absolutely have to say, as loudly as I can, that this collaboration would never have achieved the volume that it did without the generosity of the Labrie brothers. These guys are incredible, they're selfless, they care a lot about our food system in our community, and when they saw our struggle to try to produce enough food to meet the expectations and demand, they offered up their kitchen at the Atlantic Grill, which was dormant because it's a function space, and that was a game changer.
The greatest lesson that I've learned in the last 500 days is that people are generally really resilient, and that we have it in us to find answers when they seem impossible to find, and that we have it in us to do something that we never would have dreamt we could have done. If you had decided, in a strategic planning meeting a year and a half ago, we're gonna go on the road and we're gonna go mobile for the next 385 days, everybody would have said, no, we can't do that, we can't possibly do that. If we had said, you're gonna work with Black Trumpet and they're gonna cook for you, we would have said, they're too expensive. And so it gave us an opportunity to really dig deep and find some ways to do what we didn't ever think we could possibly do. And we would do it again.
It's just the beginning, really. I feel like we're on a path to seeing hunger greatly reduced in a community that's worked really hard to pay attention to those things that matter. I'm lucky to be a part of that machine right now.